Okay, Wagner, if a doctrine develops over time, does it make it false? A Protestant apologist said that in his articles. Can you explain? He gave the Immaculate Conception and papal supremacy as examples. Okay, there's two senses in which doctrinal development is used. Actually, there's three senses in which it can be used, but only two senses are correct. The first sense is the type of evolutionism which is transformistic. The transformistic evolutionism is kind of like the meme normie idea of how Darwinism works. So you have a monkey, and then this monkey evolves into a man, completely distinct species, right? Then there's a second type of development. And the second type of development, rather than changing into something different, merely brings out what is implied, what is already contained, right? So if I say Socrates is a man, since all men are rational, it would conclude that Socrates is rational, right? So that's the second type of doctrinal development. So let's say we have it dogmatically defined that Christ has a human nature. Since a human will is a part of human nature, it would we could conclude from this immediately that Christ had a human will. And then there is a third type of doctrinal development. And rather than drawing out what is virtually contained, we are simply explaining what is already taught. So, for example, we have the statement, the Word was made flesh. And this statement, the Word is made flesh, is explained by flesh, meaning, was made flesh means, uh, you know, assumed a human nature, right? So we can have the latter two types, because if you're just explaining what is already contained as drawing forth a new conclusion, which is virtually contained in the premises, or if you're just simply explaining the ideas to clarify them, those are lawful forms of doctrinal development. And even the church fathers talk about this type of doctrinal development. For example, St. Vincent of Lorraine, Origen, Origen's not a church father, but he's an early ecclesiastical writer, St. Augustine of Hippo, among many other authors. Okay. The first type of doctrinal development, transformistic evolutionism, this obviously requires a change into something which was not contained beforehand. So if we were to say, oh, yeah, we believe in doctrinal development, we believe that the Immaculate Conception and papal supremacy were not taught in the apostolic deposit, now we believe it. Well, that would be an example of the first type of doctrinal development, and that would completely make Catholicism false. It's absurd. It's the teaching of the modernists, which is opposed by St. Pius X, among others.